Welcome to the Time Capsule AI channel.
Is rising!
Help me! Don't!
Disclaimer: this video contains realistic cinematic scenes depicting the experiences of passengers during the sinking of the Titanic. Stay tuned for more details.
Oh God, we're going down! Crew, attention!
Saloon, yes, sir!
The Titanic, the ship that was the event of its time. This isn't an exaggeration, because in 1912, the Titanic truly broke the mold for what was expected of ships back then. In this video, we'll explore that history using artificial intelligence to recreate and enhance authentic photos. We've stayed as true to the originals as possible, but with a fresh look that makes you feel like you're actually there, living the moment.
Welcome. I am the captain of this great ship. You are welcome aboard.
This is our friend, Captain Edward John Smith, a commander in the Royal Naval Reserve and the captain of the Titanic, born on January 27, 1850, in Hanley, Staffordshire, England. Now in 1912, he is 62 years old. Yet he remains youthful before the crashing waves, having spent 40 years at sea, a lifetime of experience that turned the ocean into his oldest companion. Born in the smoky heart of Staffordshire, Smith was never meant for a life on land. He was a son of the sea. By the time he stepped onto the bridge of the Titanic in 1912, he was the White Star Line's most decorated commander, a man so deeply trusted that the wealthy refused to sail with anyone else. He was the epitome of Victorian composure, a safe captain who once remarked that he could not imagine any circumstance that could cause a ship to founder. To the Edwardian elite, he was known as the millionaire's captain, a silver-haired man with steady hands, capable of commanding the most luxurious vessels afloat from his bridge as effortlessly as if he were navigating a luxury salon.
Full speed ahead.
Signaled, sir.
Steady on course 050.
Speaking of the Titanic's bridge, it's a truly remarkable masterpiece. Let's see for ourselves. The bridge. Think of it as the ship's brain. It was positioned at the highest point on the forward boat deck, giving officers the clearest possible view of the ocean ahead. From here, Captain Smith and his crew managed every detail of the ship's movement. It wasn't just a room with a classic wooden steering wheel. It was the nerve center that translated decisions into action. The bridge housed the famous brass engine telegraphs, those iconic levers used to signal the engine room deep below to increase speed or stop suddenly. These were the same levers that witnessed the final moments and the desperate attempts to avoid the iceberg. The bridge wasn't just an open workspace. It was a complex of vital rooms. Directly behind the command area were the chart room and the navigation room, where officers spent hours calculating the ship's exact position using stars and paper charts. Because split-second decisions could mean life or death, the officers' cabins and the captain's suite were designed to be right next to the bridge, allowing them to reach their posts in seconds during an emergency. This area represented the peak of discipline, calm, and focus, making it the total opposite of the lively music and luxury filling the dining saloons on the decks below.
First class dining saloon.
Welcome to the first-class dining saloon of the Titanic.
The first-class dining saloon is the largest room afloat, 114 feet of pure Jacobean luxury, 115 tables, 554 guests, with capacities ranging from 2 to 12 people.
The world's largest dining hall. See for yourself.
to the finest voyage yet, my dear.
Indeed.
And the orchestra plays beautifully this evening.
Are you enjoying the crossing, my dear?
Immensely. Though I do hope the weather holds for the remainder of the journey.
Self.
The Titanic, to this day, is the best ship in the world.
Oh, of course, I've traveled a lot, and the trip on this ship is the best.
The lounge is designed in the Jacobean style, featuring white enamel wooden walls.
LED-framed glass windows backlit. It's warm and sophisticated. Golden china sets made by the famous Spode company were used, bearing the White Star Line logo in gold.
All the spoons, knives, and forks are made of heavy, solid silver, and the Titanic's name is engraved on them.
First class, dining saloon. The lounge did not rely on opening windows for ventilation. Instead, it was equipped with an advanced central heating and ventilation system, a marvel far ahead of its time. This innovative system ensured that the temperature remained perfect for passengers, regardless of the freezing Atlantic air outside, representing a true technological revolution in 1912. Alongside the fine bone china and silver, the tables were adorned with exquisite hand-cut crystal glassware. In addition to serving the 3 main meals, the lounge was used for religious services every Sunday morning. It was here that Captain Smith led his final service on April 14, 1912.
The Grand Staircase.
Look at the detail in that dome, it's incredible.
It's hard to believe this is a recreation. The craftsmanship.
Wow, this is incredible, just like the movie.
It's breathtaking, look at the carvings.
The details are
It's
unreal.
like a floating palace, Rose.
I feel like a queen here.
You look like one.
Let's go up.
The Grand Staircase was the ship's most iconic landmark. Designed in the majestic William and Mary style, using solid oak. A massive glass and iron dome crowned the staircase, flooding the mahogany-paneled area with natural light by day, while a magnificent crystal chandelier illuminated it by night. At its center on A deck stood the famous clock, framed by an ornate wood carving titled Honor and Glory Crowning Time, a masterpiece symbolizing the ship's grandeur and the artistic opulence of the Edwardian era. Serving as the heart of the first-class section, the staircase spanned 7 decks, from the boat deck down to E deck, acting as the primary social hub for the ship's most elite passengers.
What do you think? Isn't it a good choice to travel on the Titanic?
Turkish baths.
The Turkish baths on the Titanic were a Moorish masterpiece, blending the charm of Arabian palaces with cutting-edge technology. They featured ornate turquoise tiles and intricately carved wooden ceilings, supported by a central heating system that provided first-class passengers with perfect warmth, sheltered from the freezing Atlantic chill. With warm lighting glowing behind leaded glass windows, the design created the illusion of being on land rather than at sea. To this day, the beautifully tiled walls remain one of the most well-preserved and hauntingly beautiful parts of the ship's wreckage. The Gymnasium. Forget modern screens and plastic machines. Step back to 1912 into the Titanic's elite boat deck gymnasium. This wasn't just a gym. It was a high-tech spectacle of the Edwardian era. The stars of the room were the electric horses and camels, bizarre machines designed to vibrate and boost digestion, often used by aristocrats in their finest formal wear. Alongside these, massive mechanical dials tracked your progress on stationary bikes, while rowing machines mirrored the rhythm of the sea. At the heart of it all was Thomas Macaulay, the beloved instructor in his crisp white uniform. He was the soul of this wooden sanctuary, choosing to stay at his post with unwavering calm until the ocean claimed the ship. It was a sun-drenched hall of luxury where the elite exercised with a front-row view of the endless Atlantic breeze. The Titanic sailed majestically across the calm Atlantic, its grand decks glowing under the sun as passengers enjoyed the fresh ocean breeze in pure happiness. Laughter filled the air of this floating paradise, where everyone felt safe and enchanted by the sheer beauty of the journey.
Café Parisien.
Imagine escaping all that stiff Edwardian formality and suddenly landing right in the heart of Paris, while you're literally in the middle of the ocean. That was the Café Parisien on the Titanic, the one spot that broke every single rule of ship design. The second you walked in, it felt like a sunny French garden. You had these white trellis walls covered in green ivy and wicker chairs that were a total game-changer back then, making everything feel chill and laid back. Plus, those massive windows gave you a panoramic view of the horizon, a luxury you couldn't even find in the fancy main dining rooms. This was the social club for the young and the trendy. It's where the laughs got loud and the dress codes didn't feel so tight. While the Astors were digging into top-tier French cuisine, you could almost hear a waiter whispering to his buddy with a smirk, "You smell that? That's Paris." It was like they actually managed to steal a piece of the French soul and drop it right on top of the Atlantic waves.
On the surface of the Titanic.
Life above the surface. On the Titanic aboard, the decks were a vibrant scene full of life, where the grand ambitions of the first class met the spirited joy of the third class, all set against the breathtaking backdrop of the Atlantic Ocean. The passengers experienced unforgettable moments of grandeur and freedom. On one side, first-class passengers strolled in their finest attire, embodying elegance and luxury. Meanwhile, at the stern of the ship, third-class passengers gathered to sing and celebrate with heartfelt energy. In those fleeting moments, everyone remained blissfully unaware of the tragic fate that awaited them.
The contrast between first class and third class.
On the Titanic, your ticket number didn't just define your room. It defined your world. Up top, in first class, it was a floating palace. You could smell the expensive Cuban cigars and rare perfumes. Men in tuxedos and women in silk gowns draped in jewels enjoyed 10-course meals under crystal chandeliers. For them, the ship was a stage to show off their status, sleeping in suites with private decks overlooking the ocean. But deep in the hull, third class was a different story. It was the world of the dreamers, cramped rooms with metal bunks, a mix of languages, and hundreds of immigrants who risked everything for a shot at the American dream. Yet, it was alive. You'd find a fiddler playing while people danced and sang, far away from the stiff protocols of the elite. The gap was staggering. First class had electric horses in their gyms, swimming pools, and Turkish baths. For the 700 passengers in third class, there were only 2 bathtubs. The cruelest irony hit when the iceberg did. Suddenly, the gap wasn't about luxury. It was about survival. First-class passengers were steps away from the lifeboats. Meanwhile, those in third class were trapped in a maze of narrow corridors and locked iron gates, in a desperate race against the rising icy water. The Titanic was a microcosm of the world. Your ticket price determined how you lived and ultimately how you died.
What happened? Something! We must get topside immediately! Oh God, we're sinking! Get to the lifeboat! Open the gate!
Let my children through! Help us!
Get out! Help me!
Keep moving!
We must go! The ship is sinking!
To the lifeboats, quickly! It's flooding! Move faster! Help us! Somebody help us!
Get to the lifeboats! Quickly now!
Clear the way! Women and children first!
Lifeboats, quickly! Help me, please, somebody help us!
Hurry! She can't stay afloat much longer!
We must get out!
Hold tight, son, don't let go! Save yourself! Open the gates! Let us through!
Women and children first! Get in the boats!
Where is my...
God, we have to get out of here!
Up! Keep going up! Up! Keep... Get to the boats! We're sinking! Help us!
Oh my God, we're going down!
Get in the boat! There's no room! We're going down! Jump!
Help me! Oh my God, run! We have to get out of here!
Women and children first! Keep moving! Where is my family? We have to get on the boat! Hold the line. Women and children first!
Please, let us on! Don't leave us here! We're sinking! Help us! Somebody help us! I can't hold on to the lifeboats!
Hurry! The water is rising!